Okay. So right, you guys are still preparing stuff for outside here, and you're trying to figure out whether or not within the hour or so, Brooke gets unaffected by the potion, and perhaps he won't clobber you into a crater. He'll basically end up just going like, actually he's got some food, so that's kind of nice. You bring anybody food typically, no matter what their disposition, they feel a little bit better about you.
Because this does have the advantage that we have the NPCs outside where it's theoretically safe, and we're now separating them. Like, I don't know.
I'm wondering if Lasan doesn't even really go hunt a deer, but rather like goes behind a tree.
Just hides back here.
Yeah. Somewhere within longbow range.
Oh, okay. Just in the off chance that something bad happens.
Yeah, and then if the love potion wears off and neither head is willing to be out here, we'll be like, just go back in. As soon as Lasan comes back with a deer, we'll bring it back in. We're just gonna sit out here for a sec, warm ourselves by the fire.
There we go.
Actually, do we want to start a fire, or are we worried about attracting attention? How far are we from the frickin'?
Can we see the house from here?
Yeah. See what? Sorry, can you see? Oh, the monastery.
The mansion.
Yeah. No, it's up the hill, no ways.
But there wasn't there. I mean, before we got to this monastery, there was almost no outside sign of activity at all. That's what I remember. Is that
beforehand?
Correct?
That's true. But the last time we were up there, it was all surrounded by minotaurs that were covering the entrances and stuff.
That plus
they
the
were
idea
all like guards right there at the door when we had been coming up in the first place. They didn't come out to meet us. They didn't do anything like that. Like they were very kind of self-contained. They had put up walls.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I did mention that when you were outside, or at least heading to the outside of the monastery, there were footprints going towards the monastery, but none ever coming back that you noticed.
Yeah. That's what I remember. Okay, I'm looking.
Leadership has changed like twice there since then.
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah, things are very different. Ooh, looking for herbs.
And
there you go.
Where's my? I should be able soon to make
a potion.
My stuff. Yeah, a potion.
One problem here is that the potion, it sounds like it works like Charm Person. Charm Person has a duration of 1 hour, and the potion description I see online just says like charmed.
Yeah, the DM's guide specifically says 1 hour.
Yeah, because when Charmed Person ends, the creature knows it has been charmed.
Mm.
Which again, there may be a question of comprehension, whether it understands the implications of that enough to like.
Yeah, like in terms of overall intelligence.
React to that is uncertain.
Yeah,
but.
Yeah, the filter of love doesn't specify anything about that when it ends, but it does say charmed, so I would say presumably when it wears off they realize, well, and again, depending on brain cells, they realize that they've been charmed.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine too. Whatever you guys want to do. Actually, what I want to do. Right, so there's how do we do this? So you're basically saying that you're going to go find another deer, but you're not actually finding another deer right now. You're kind of just heading off.
We're just waiting for this to wear off and hope that it doesn't go south.
Now, the deer that has been prepared and brought back and everything, are the ettin allowed to eat it now, or does anybody want to cook it? Because while you were hunting, I put down a fireplace because I'm guessing other people are putting stones out and grabbing sticks.
Yeah.
I saw.
Well, I suppose it's the ettin's choice. Does he want it cooked or not? If it's cooked, then we definitely would have to like skin it, bleed it, and then put it on spit and start going like that. Like you're not going to cook it whole.
Here's what Brooke
says.
I
assume if he eats it raw, he can just tear into it.
Brooke looks at you and says, "How would you like it?"
Oh.
Aww.
Well, for me, I would definitely need it to be cooked.
Cook it. You don't even know what that means. Cook it. So, we're going to cook it.
Everything tastes better cooked.
That's true.
So I need to get rid of, let me go back over here.
At the very least, what we could do is just slice off one leg, the whole sort of haunch. And then that would be a lot easier to just skin the one haunch and then get that cooking.
It would take a lot less time than an entire deer as well, which is
That's true.
a like 12 hours or something. So
you could toss him one of the other haunches to tide him over.
With the drumstick.
But you have to try it when it's cooked because it's so much better. Okay?
There we go.
There you go.
So.
Oh, that's a nice fire pit.
So what ends up? Yeah, thank you. So what ends up happening is, you say cook it, and then figuring out how this is all, the whole design about this, you get a big huff because most of the work has been done by Orna, right, in terms of carrying all the stone, and she's like, and she realizes that she's gonna have to grab more wood and other try to find bindings from twigs and stuff like that. So she goes out and does that.
I've been helping out with that stuff.
Oh, you're helping too? Good. Okay,
Eric's been helping out with the wood and stuff.
Okay, perfect.
Trying to encourage everyone else to sit safely away.
I'm helping too by flirting with the Ettin.
Yes, you are definitely helping. Ettin is not killing anybody at the moment, so that's great.
And they're doing all the things that would be the most fun for me, and I get to hide out pretending I'm looking for deer.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you think maybe we should actually look for another deer, but I think plan, get ready to defend ourselves against Ettin is... Because I'm worried. I'm so scared.
And I can shoot from over here without getting hit immediately, so...
Lord of Time, no, on your email, it did not come through. There was just text. There was not an attachment, just so you know. Alright, so, DVD. Oh, here's something that happens, too. Interestingly enough, because there's not enough going on already, you start to feel, Lasan, you start to feel a little bit anxious. You're like, what's
Spidey sense?
There's, behind you, you start to feel like your hands grip tighter on your bow.
Okay, orcs are coming. Oh. How many?
And there happens to be, as you see from the side, there's a whole, what would you call it? It's not a single file line, but there's a group. There's a line of like a broad line of orcs leaving from the front door of the monastery.
Okay, what is the entrance to that we came out of from the dungeon like?
The entrance that you came out of?
Yeah.
It's like a small cave.
There's like a door or...
Yeah,
find the mechanism,
it's a cave with like a mechanical mechanism that basically raises and lowers a big boulder.
Okay.
Are the orcs coming our way at all?
Well,
yeah, well, they're kind of coming in that direction, but not right at you. They're coming out to the side.
Okay, I can sense them, but are they close enough to see us? And are we still linked with Tau?
Yeah, Tau can just do that whenever.
This is not a good time for a fire and noise. But are they coming at us? Are they going to see us?
At the current moment, they're just there's about 10 or so exiting the front, and they're spreading out and they're coming this way. They do not see you guys at the moment. At the current moment,
I think it's a great time for a fire and noise. We have to get the NPCs to go hide in a cave mouth and tell them shut the thing if we're under attack.
Mm-hmm.
Bloody hell.
Because we can have because the orcs end up fighting with the Ettin, we have a much better chance than otherwise.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're not being sarcastic. It is a great time for fire and noise.
Yes. We just need to get the NPCs to hide in the cave mouth and be ready to shut the thing if there's an attack incoming.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. To protect them. And of course, you shut the end of the cave, and one of the bullets got free, and then... No, sorry. Let's not think that way.
There's a long tunnel. If there's a bullet coming at them, then they can open the thing and come back out.
Oh, there's
They're probably coming out into a big Ettin versus Orc battle.
I kind of like the idea that the mechanism breaks and then the bullet just eats your people. And sorry. All right.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Yes.
Well, so I'm hoping Orcs while Ettin dies.
We're actually planning on sending them back into the monastery.
Into the
plan is just the mouth of this long tunnel that we took to get out of there. We just have the NPCs go hide right near this end, but they can close the bolt door with the mechanism if they're under threat.
So we didn't come out one of the many doors. I was just picturing the outside of the monastery. There had been some doors. We didn't come out any of those particular doors then.
Yeah,
this is like a tunnel or something that came out.
It's off like down a hillside sort of thing.
Yeah, this is like a hidden exit.
Okay, all right. Well, that's different. That's perfect. Get in there then.
Yeah, it wasn't described, but I assume we walked through maybe a tunnel for a while.
It was a long tunnel.
Okay, long
That's
tunnel.
mostly
Okay.
all it was. Yeah.
Thank you very much for that tip there, Lord of Time. $50
Lord
coming
Time.
in. Fantastic.
Thank you, sweetie.
So Eric's starting to just like hint all the people to get like inside the tunnel, trying not to draw like too much ogre attention. Just like
Yeah, I'm gonna start whispering sort of like ideas into the Ettin's mind, like because he might have noticed the orcs too, and be like, oh boy, I hope the orcs aren't coming here to steal our deer.
Oh, Norb, you've never had deer. No, I have not. Do you think it's worth protecting? It's meat.
Probably starting to smell really good.
Mm-hmm. Starting to smell
Yeah.
pretty good, I'd imagine.
Mm-hmm.
It just says it's meat, and they both nod.
I nod too.
Ah,
Okay, so right, so as you guys sort of like shuttle off the is Orna going in too? Who all is? If they can fight, they stay out, and if they can't fight, generally they go in. Because technically,
who can
one is a
fight?
tough question, eh?
Yeah,
We've
if they're willing to fight, I'm okay with them fighting.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they might not be able to fight as well as us, but at this point, like we're all having to take risks.
yeah,
I mean, I don't want to sacrifice NPCs, but this is entirely different, right?
yeah.
People die sometimes. Hopefully they won't. Hopefully we'll keep them alive. But I have no moral qualms with having them participate.
I'm just hoping that we can cause the combat to end up mostly between the Ettin and the Orcs.
Yeah.
Agreed.
He's clearly the biggest threat.
Okay. All right, so that's what you guys do. You go and you shuttle off the people who are not fighting. In fact, the only person that is staying out to fight, as I'm just going to make it Orna.
Okay.
The loudmouth guy, he says that I will fight, and
Sir Pretty Boy?
even because he's making this big gesture that he will stay out here and he's going to help fight and everything like that. But that's,
So we're going to tell him to protect the other people at the cave for us.
well, that was the thing. He makes that decision. He does make that
Oh,
decision.
good.
Yeah. So, he decides that this will be a better idea instead because, somebody has to protect the others.
Good.
Okay.
So, anyway.
He's wise as well as brave. That's awesome.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, he winks at you.
Oh, yeah. I'm just freaking thrilled and all.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So
Good.
I'm gonna try and find sort of a hiding spot close to the cave mouth.
Okay.
So definitely between the Orcs and that. But again, it'd be really nice if this fight happened between the Orcs and the Ettin, and then we actually mostly just take on the winner.
Yeah.
What
the
direction are they
Ettin
actually
has a
coming
really
at us
hard time
from?
trying to hide. There's no way that Ettin can hide.
No.
Out here.
No.
Where are they coming from? Like, give us a direction.
They're basically coming in from okay, so north side from where you guys currently are is where the monastery is. And
Okay.
they're flooding out of the doors from there and going sort of southeast from there.
So,
So will they be
Okay.
coming in from the northeast of this map or northwest of this map?
They'll be coming in from the northeast of this map.
Okay.
they'll be
Where-
coming
which
in
direction?
from
Oh,
over
that
here.
line is
Okay.
the.
Oh, sorry. They'll be coming in from the northwest. I see what you're saying, coming in. Yeah, so northwest.
Yeah.
So down the other.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're
So-
I'm
traveling
just wondering
southeast.
where to be. So
Where's
I-
the tunnel mouth relative to this map?
To the north again. Oh, I will. Let me just put. You know what I can do?
Okay.
The easiest way to do this is to get some dirt. Let's just put some dirt down.
Put
One
dirt.
Yep.
Make a
Um,
pile. Of
I mean, we
dirt.
got these little sort of like cliff faces. Well, little ridges. It could be one of those spots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Is
it
it
could
the
just
bottom
be
line?
like
Yeah, that's
here. We came
yeah,
out
with
the
the,
climb
one of the
up
bigger
those.
cliff down there, since it did have to be big enough for an
There we
Ettin
go.
to come out.
Right.
So we are
That's
going
higher.
to grab this.
I like Rose's deconstruction of Demonac's argument about like let the Ettin and the Orcs fight it out, and we'll just take on whoever's left. Take on the winner after they've gained a bunch of XP and leveled up. Good plan.
Yes.
Not bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume the Ettin, after putting me on his shoulder, he picked up his second club, so he's got both clubs.
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah. The idea of the cave just we came out. Yeah. That's.
That's the bigger place there.
yeah, I just put down the dirt. So
I don't see dirt.
it should
Yeah, I
be.
don't see it.
It's right here.
Oh, okay.
So I put down some.
Oh,
dirt.
and that's the path leading into the cave.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're going to be walking right by the cave.
Okay, so the dirt is where they're coming from, and that's the path to the cave as well?
No.
Oh.
Okay, so, all right. So, how can I explain it?
Just where the cave would be. Just make an X.
You know what? Why don't I just move? I can move this myself. This is basically the direction they're coming from.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That sounds more like you described. That's good. And then the cave entrance would be where? We just came out of a tunnel. Over there somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Okay.
Cave. Let's make this font bigger.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Boom, boom, boom.
Ah, cave. Okay, that's
All right,
okay. So they're over there. So I'm in absolutely the wrong place to be hiding from the orcs who are coming this way.
But you're in a great place to hide from the ettin. Ettin thinks you're deer hunting.
I know, and I
Can you get into the tree? Like up?
Oh yeah, let me get in the tree.
Yeah, you can go up the tree. I'm not going up the tree. I'm just like trying
the tree. Then
find whatever
everything
I can use to like hide myself somewhat.
Oh, I'm going to be in a tree. Ah, I'm so happy.
You're an elf. If you can't climb a tree, then you need to just stop being an elf.
Give up.
Oh, give me an athletics
species.
check for climbing. No, don't do that. I'm fine. You can climb a tree. Oh, is that a heart over the ettin?
Aw, it's so cute. Could we have a really quick break before?
So when you draw a heart on them, you're really trying to provide like an indicator. It's like, here, orcs, attack this.
That's the one. Yeah.
Sort of like an X.
Just like a big target for the orcs.
That's actually a target sign. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Tau plus
Roll
Brug.
if I'm an elf or not. Yeah.
Or Brug. Wrong one.
Yeah. I mean, wow, you're breaking Brug's heart right now.
Cause some jealousy there.
Yeah.
Ever.
All right. So yeah, we can take a quick break.
It'd be really sad if they had to split up over this.
No.
So we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back in just a moment, and we'll figure out what's gonna happen after this. I dare say, anything can happen because I have no idea what you guys are gonna do. I have no idea. It's just gonna be interesting, to say the least. So, one
I
moment.
think the orcs and the ettins are going to dictate most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Let's hope it goes well.
1 second.
I mean, they've been decent to us.
They have been.
They, whichever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The
Back
two of
in
the
just
one.
a minute.
Yep. 1 second. Greetings. We have returned, everybody, and we're about to get started once again. Right back into it. What is about to happen? I have no idea. Anyway, we have returning with us Quillating.
Hey, folks.
And we have Demonac.
Greetings.
As well as the lovely A Kiss for Luck.
Hey, you.
All right, let's do this. Currently we're getting back to the FaceTime in 3, 2, 1. Faces all around. Right, here's the game as well. Let's go ahead and move this over here so people can see it's Tau plus Brug forever. I just realized that what I could do, because this is interesting. This is too far that way for my liking.
Tau Brug. Sounds like it could be a Scottish drink.
Brug?
Mm-hmm.
Tau Brug.
Maybe. That would be tasty.
Spin off from Iron Brew. I don't know, something.
Hold on, did I just do the wrong thing? Of course I did. That is the wrong thing.
But why would you need to spin off from Iron Brew? It's the perfect drink.
Wow.
Perfect for...
It's perfect for orange stuff.
Perfect for ironing.
Stuff is awful.
No! So good.
All right.
You actually like it, or are you just saying that?
Oh, I love Iron Brew.
I don't know.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I like quinine. Like, I like the taste that you get, like from a tonic or anything like that. So it's got
I love that.
plus some weird fruitiness, lots of caffeine.
I actually like quinine too. I've had like just water with that before. I actually quite like it. That bitter hit, I think it's pretty good. But Iron Brew,
not my favorite.
I don't know. No.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I mean, as usual, I prefer the diet stuff. The regular stuff is really sweet and syrupy. But diet Iron Brew, yeah.
Orange syrup,
Neither.
it's orange sugar water. It's just like wow.
Neither. I'll definitely take a scone, and I'll take some clotted
Beer.
cream and the beer.
Oh,
and the scotch. I'm all
yesterday.
good for that. The whiskey. I know I just said scotch. People are gonna punch me in the face. But
I was out
the whiskey.
yesterday. I gotta bring you a place when you get back here, Briar.
Oh.
It's a little teeny tiny cafe way at the I don't know, someplace almost out of town. Actually, it is out of town. It's like the next town up the road.
So it's spacious for you
I
there.
walked a lot yesterday. But
Sorry.
I had gone in just for a cup of tea, like a pot of tea, and they have a little outside seating area on a river. It was just absolutely charming. It was really nice. And I didn't eat anything because I thought, they weren't, the kitchen was closed. They just had some crap. So I said, well, forget it. I won't bother. But when I was leaving, I saw their scones. And they were
Scone-like?
They were this big around and just high in layers, where the top layer kind of, it was like this. They looked like the best scones I've ever seen in my life. And it's like, my God, it's like miles and miles to walk, and I think I have to go back and try one someday. It looked pretty good.
That sounds delicious.
And I thought, I have to bring Briar here because he's going to really like this.
I would, absolutely.
They look pretty good.
Okay, well,
right. So when are these orcs incoming?
Mm-hmm.
Right, well, they're everywhere now. Here's the thing. Okay, so you guys are hiding, right?
Some of us.
Technically. Okay, so the Ettin obviously isn't.
I'm not. Should I hide?
I don't know. It's up to you, man.
Should
What do you want?
Hide behind the head. Like, I don't know. The thing is, we need to ensure that they do get into a fight with the orcs.
Yeah, I think I have to stay near the Ettin so I can keep sort of, whispering ideas.
Sweet nothings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you got a little like on his shoulder, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're gonna sit on his shoulder, and you're gonna talk about big scones. All right, that's good. Let's do that.
Food.
All right. So, okay. All right. So here's what happens. How does it happen? Okay, here's how it happens. The orcs obviously see there's stuff over here.
Uh-huh.
And
they're coming for the deer.
They just keep walking.
Oh. No, didn't expect that.
What?
Yep.
All right.
They just keep on walking.
I don't get to shoot anything? How many?
Well, technically, you can shoot whatever you want, but
Do it. Oh no!
They just keep walking.
What if she can get off a shot to get their attention and have them come this way?
Oh,
it doesn't even have to hit anyone, right?
Oh, just let him go. It's fine.
Let's see. Do we want? I mean,
is it? You think it's better to not have the orcs and the Ettin fight and wear each other down?
No, I think it's probably better to just let him go.
You'd rather just try and convince the Ettin and stuff. Okay.
I will say that right now, you've had this bow for quite some time, and this bow has seen several opportunities, missed opportunities.
Yeah.
To kill orcs.
That's why I said don't have to shoot anything.
Really wants to do something. So
because the smart move is to let him go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just.
How many orcs are we talking about?
10.
A lot.
That's a lot of orcs. Yeah. I mean, the Ettin might be as strong as like 2 orcs. That's about it.
No, he's describing how big this guy is and all that stuff. He's probably
is he like a turbo Ettin?
Remember how strong the ogre was?
That's true.
This guy has been described as much bigger than the ogre.
Okay.
So, I'm thinking that, like, my perception was that we would want him and the orcs to fight because either way, whichever was left would be the easiest thing to fight. I feel like the winner of the orc Ettin fight would be easier for us to take on than either all the orcs or the fresh Ettin.
Well, and that's true. I'm just worried about the randomness of, like, if the orcs show up and something goes horribly wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course.
But, I mean,
if we have
what's random about it? It's not like anybody's rolling dice.
If you're more confident in your actual make friends with the Ettin plan, we can go with that. Like, if the orcs are not coming for us, then we're not forced into my plan. So you have that option. You're the one sitting on the Ettin, so you're in control of the situation.
It's true. And I mean, today, the smart move, forget the part that, I just want to start shooting all the things. The smart move seems to be let him go by. And this thing has not, I mean, even when we rang on the door, it wasn't an instant attack. It wasn't a thing. The one that hasn't been affected clearly knows there's something strange going on, but they haven't really been all that horribly aggressive. I'm wondering if we can just talk it through and leave without a
if these were old school, like, one-hit die orcs, it'd be one thing. But the orcs have been very tough.
You've been hurting us.
The orcs are tough. I'm not questioning that the orcs are tough.
Mm-hmm.
I know you guys hate orcs, and one in particular is definitely being persuaded to shoot.
Either way is fine. I'm not saying that either way is like a horrible mistake that is the wrong way to go.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm somewhat more. I somewhat prefer the attack orcs plan, but I have no problem if you want to go the other way.
Mm-hmm. And same thing. I sort of prefer the orcs just go by plan, but I'm fine the other way. I think mostly it comes down to Lisanne's relationship with her bow.
Mm.
Yeah, because I guess you're actually in control of the situation because if you fire at orcs, you get their attention. If you don't, they will probably just pass by.
Well, I mean, we have a long-standing thing with orcs. On the other hand, I've never found Lisanne to be so bloodthirsty and gung-ho for revenge that she was going to put other people's life in danger
right, but you do
because
have
she was feeling pissy.
You do have this magic weapon that is trying to push you in that direction.
I know.
So there may or may not be repercussions the longer you resist that.
Why don't you just, chat is saying, just like do a roll, maybe even just a will save or whatever, and we'll see what happens. You could just leave it to a roll. If we can't make a decision.
Or I could just try to take out, like, is there anyone that's kind of trailing off and back by itself, or anybody?
No,
they're
spaced out by 10, 15 feet each.
Oh. So there's somebody who way in the back who maybe could just be just smack him.
Chat wants you to attack.
She's a predator right now. She's like a cheetah stalking the baby wildebeest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could do a will save, or we could just shoot something in back and see what happens. What would a will save be?
There's no will save. There's no will save. You just decide whether you want to or no.
Wow, we're talking about like.
Well, we've never had a. I've never picked up on anything that said this bow actually controls me. It will certainly give me certain tendencies, but I don't.
Yeah, again, he said it doesn't have any hard control over you.
No.
It was more of a flip a coin kind of situation. I was suggesting if you can't decide. I'm totally okay if you want to attack. It'll lead to a lot of excitement, and maybe you can just plunk off an orc right from the start.
I love
it would lead to a lot of excitement, but I'm thinking Lisanne would just let them go by. This is putting other people in danger for what?
Okay.
I don't know. And we do have a potential bomb sitting right here behind us that could go off in the middle of this battle.
Yeah, if the thing breaks, like in round 2 of the combat, and he gets
we might have a big problem.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if it breaks before round 1, I'm very concerned. If it breaks in round 2, once he's fighting orcs, I am not at all concerned. I'm pretty sure they're going to keep fighting.
That's true.
One side or the other, or both, will insist on continuing to fight.
But all that's so up in the air. I don't know. Yeah. If the bow is at so much influence on me that I have to do a will save, I would probably just say, well, then let's shoot something. Otherwise, I don't see her doing this.
No, there's no.
I know it's not as exciting, guys, but I don't see.
I think there's still going to be plenty of excitement.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy. You just let him go by. I think that's cool.
Okay.
I don't see her making that call just because they're there. It's not going to happen. Tau, maybe? But I don't think Lisanne will. So we'll let them go by and see if it even works. It might not work anyway. But
if you let the orcs go, they may go off and kill other people. You're putting people in danger either way. Oh, it's one of those sticky situations. Those so sticky situations.
The orcs are going somewhere.
Yeah. No kidding. And why?
Well, they're leaving the monastery. I don't know. You don't know what's going on right
under
now.
Orders to go do something evil, or they're just going, man, we get to leave now because.
Well, give me a wisdom saving roll, all of it, everybody. Just wisdom saving roll.
Oh, a wisdom roll.
Not a wisdom save, but a wisdom roll. Just a standard wisdom roll. Oh, that's actually high enough. Okay, so Lisanne knows.
My wisdom save is the same as my wisdom roll, so I just use that.
All right, Lisanne, you are quite sure, being that when you guys walked first into the monastery, there were no orcs on the main floor of the monastery. In fact, they were pretty much, as you could tell, no orcs were up there. However, there's a ton of orcs underneath, and the orcs underneath were always under orders to do stuff down there in terms of like guarding and maintaining prisons and the different prisoners as they continue to mine the areas out. Well, they're leaving from the monastery upstairs. So, your best clue for that being that perhaps they're just leaving the monastery. They're just leaving.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Are they just
there's nothing to keep them there.
Well, they're not in some sort of regimented work doing a marching off to do orders.
Nope.
They're just sort of wandering away.
Yeah, that's why they're all like
And
15
ignoring
feet apart.
us.
They're just kind of like, yeah, and they know you guys are there, but they're not fighting.
Yeah, they're just like, fuck all this. We're done. All right.
Which could almost make you rethink Orcs. Not for very long, but maybe.
Well, depends on where they go and whether or not they band up.
And
again.
what they do when they get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The standard plundering mode.
Yeah. Right now they are not looking for a fight, apparently.
Okay, so we're back to figuring out
kill an orc,
how
save a puppy.
to trick the ogre into being okay with us.
Yeah. So all right. So we have Lasan, who's currently up a tree.
Yep.
You should be
I
hunting.
think I'm going to stay there.
Are you gonna stay on the tree?
Yeah.
All right. Well, so the food is being cooked, right?
Okay.
And it's been probably at this particular point. If you guys just want to fast forward.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, it's been at least an hour or two. Yeah.
So an hour goes by.
Or ends.
And there was no change in the ettin. That you can tell.
Oh,
Except
excellent.
for
All
Norb.
right.
Norb still doesn't like being outside.
Yeah.
Deer is still cooking. Turns out it takes a while.
What does?
Yeah.
Freaking watch a deer.
So,
yeah.
I mean, we're cooking the leg. He could have eaten the raw part of the deer.
I was gonna say, I tried to suggest that earlier. Just like give him a raw haunch to tide him over, but tell him how like the cooked is gonna be much better.
Mm-hmm. Here's your appetizer.
No, here's the thing. You hand it to him, and no, actually, you hand it to Brug, right? Brug appreciates the fact that you're handing it to him, right? But then Norb reaches out, snatches it away, like gets it or whatever, and lifts it up or whatever, and then Brug slaps Norb, and then Norb drops the deer on the ground, and Brug picks it up, holds onto it, and says, "We cook first."
Oh.
Hands it back.
All right.
Oh.
He's been very convinced, I see.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
It just so happens Brug is stronger, so you charmed the stronger of the two. This is interesting.
That's good.
Anyway.
He's so wild.
So I guess we wait until the deer is
We're just
cooked.
going to keep cooking.
Yep, so it keeps cooking.
This
Hour
will be a
2.
while. At least a couple.
So at this point, I'm thinking like maybe
3 or 4.
maybe Lasan comes back with or without deer. Maybe actually goes out hunting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, if the spell is never going to end because they're not bright enough to ever shake it off.
Or if the spell has already ended, but he's just like so dumb that he's convinced anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Tao, you're there. If you kind of send me the message that this is just whatever, I'll just go looking for more deer, I guess.
I think so, because we have to assume it's worn off, and now the important thing is maybe we can keep him fed and happy. One more deer, because we did promise. And then, we'll all... At this point, we've like been here long enough, we've gotten a short rest, if it matters.
Yeah.
But we really are looking for a long rest.
I got this deer even faster.
Holy crap.
That's really good. All right.
Yeah.
So you were technically gone away for a bit longer than the first time.
Drag.
Drag it. All the way.
I looked it up. A white-tailed deer will weigh about 120 or 130 pounds. You can lift. You can actually carry 15 times your strength in pounds. You can drag 30 times your strength in pounds, although dragging is very slow. You can actually carry the deer on your back. You're strong enough. You can like do the thing where you carry the deer across your shoulders and walk at full speed.
Yep. Yeah.
You're beastly.
Yeah, you're really strong. Okay.
All right.
So
then I've just got to lift that sucker up and come in all macho. Woohoo!
Short rest, that makes it
like
different.
Dump it right there. Go funk.
All right. Well, we got more deer then.
We got another deer.
One for each head.
No, there's that.
There you go.
What's being rolled? Oh, HP regain.
I just said if we've been here long enough for a short rest, we can actually heal with hit dice.
You guys.
I have 0 hit dice left.
No.
With a short rest, I can do another healing kit on you, Tao.
That would probably be good.
How now?
Shoot in front of the fire and bandage you up with some of the new herbs I found.
Okay, there we go.
That's why you took a little longer to get the deer. You were picking herbs at the same time.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with being up in a tree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, hey, this is a great tree. It's like picking leaves.
Oh, I forgot to change some things. Okay, so the normal one would be. What's that going to be? Is that got the right stuff in?
Macho man.
What would it say? 8, 16. Okay, that's pretty good. Plus 3. I didn't add the plus 3, did I? No, plus 3
what's the
for
plus
that
3
potion.
from? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, from the
The
19 for
healing
you.
potion.
That's pretty
That's
good.
amazing. That's exactly how many hit points I was down.
Plus,
Wow.
Yeah, plus
Cool.
4, plus 6, plus 3.
26, 45.
I haven't changed the. I've got the note to add plus 3 permanent from the potion, but I didn't add it to the equation yet. So.
I totally forgot about that. That's awesome.
You find a way to get to find your plus 6 item, plus 6 to wisdom, or is it intelligence? Intelligence, whatever.
It was intelligence.
It's intelligence. Yeah, plus 6 to intelligence. You get that. They get that item, and then all of a sudden you're like super healing. Technically, you're super healing anyway, but yeah.
It would be nice.
It's only an artifact. It's only going to cost you about 200,000.
Now that plus 3 permanent, what? Okay, then that's for spells and everything. Oh.
Yeah.
That is so sweet. Wow, I'm so happy.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Excuse me.
Oh.
All right, so we are feeding the ettin.
Yep.
It's already, so some of the deer is cooked. We've got more. We're prepping it. It's like a non-stop cooking process. We eat what's on the spit, put more stuff on the spit. And I mean, if nothing is happening, we will sit here for 8 hours
tonight. Yeah.
and get a proper rest.
Okay.
Go get our friends out of the cave before they trigger some stupid thing at the tunnel of that.
Mm-hmm. So it's mostly a question of the ettin. I mean, for long rest, we don't need to sleep. I mean, we just have to have a long rest. So I'll, chat with the ettin, or whatever. Maybe he wants a nap. He's full of deer now. Maybe he wants to sleep. We can make him a comfy pile of leaves to sleep on.
The Norb is still a bit frantic, but not as much as he was when he first came outside. He's still looking around like he's super paranoid. He's looking around all over the place. And you still don't know why that could be possibly the case. But there's some ash and where the fire tries to get out from the fire pit. There's like water nearby that you guys have been trying to make sure stays wet around the fire pit so it doesn't get out of control. But he goes and he grabs. You can see Norb reaching down and grabbing some of that and then like smashing it against his face, right? And like on just around his eyes, on his neck and everything. He's like covering up. It almost looks like he's trying to. You can do a roll if you want to, but it almost looks like he's trying to camouflage himself. Like,
right.
He's trying to like hide. That's what Norb's doing.
Question. He doesn't
sit by the fire. He'll be safer there.
Yeah, he doesn't like.
What time of day is it? Is it night, day?
It was daytime before, and it's getting darker now.
Okay, so it's dusk.
So, all right. So, deer is being cooked. Everybody is getting a piece of some deer. Not the prisoners, but the people that you guys have saved, are outside now, right? And they're partaking of food. Okay, everybody's resting. Everything's fine.
Don't have to shelter from the orcs anymore.
Okay, so this has basically been 3 hours 3 and 4. Still no change in the ettin. Still seems to be completely normal. Normal in the way of being charmed. And right. So yeah, it continues to get dark, and it stays dark. It is no longer, the sun is no longer up. The ettin is not attacking. The ettin's not doing anything. Norb is asleep. Finally, he finally fell asleep. His eyes are caked with like mud, but he's asleep.
That's good. Norb being asleep is the ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He finally fell asleep. He had enough.
Do they like the cooked food?
We're going to do.
Yeah. How do they think about the deer? The cooked deer. Whoop.
Sorry.
Everything went black.
Yeah, it's nighttime.
It is nighttime.
Yeah. Actually, it doesn't really matter because you guys can see anyway. But just for the effect of looking like nighttime. There you go.
Oh.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
It's darker.
Oh yeah, just light around the fire. Cool. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Although, I just realized you're outside of here. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and that's it. So you guys can get a long rest.
Oh, yeah,
I'm giving you a long rest.
Yes.
Now quietly slit his throat. Aw, no. But he's such a nice one.
Everyone rests. The NPCs get their hit points back. Oh, this is so good. And how many we get? Like what? Half our hit dice back? I don't remember.
Yeah, it's half.
Okay.
Half your hit
your
dice back,
expended
which would
hit.
be...
Oh, half of your hit dice if they were expended.
Yeah, you get all your hit points,
So
and
this
then
guy is-
half your max hit dice.
Yep.
He'll quietly slit his throat, they say.
There's
Yeah.
some nasty people in our Twitch
Yeah.
chat.
5. 13.
Nasty.
No.
Practical.
Ooh, I rolled well. 22.
Mhm.
There it is. Good. Mm-hmm.
Play hide and seek. Make Brug count to 10, and then never return. Yep. We could. That's the thing. We could. Well, one of the heads is always awake, so we can't just sneak away from him.
Yeah.
No,
Could
and
trick him. But we have a lot of NPCs.
in fact, with Nor being asleep again, Brug is even, you can tell, he's even more infatuated with you. He's just sitting there on the ground. He's like got his little legs all up together and everything. And he's just looking at you. He's just watching.
Oh God, you have a puppy. It's just like a Great Dane puppy.
Yep. He's just looking.
Can I keep him? No, I don't. I don't think so. I mean, Gira was one thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You don't know what Gira thinks about this whole thing, but he's kind of, he smiles every time you look at him.
He thinks this is hilarious.
Yeah, he thinks this is great.
Oh God.
Mhm.
So. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
You guys want to go back in? I mean, after you want to go back in the morning or what? What do you want to do?
Like once we're rested, we're ready to go back in, and we're planning to go back in. We have to figure out what are we doing with the NPCs? Are we bringing them back in with us, or?
I think we have to leave the NPCs outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of the point of getting out here in the first place. It's a safe place for them, I think.
The practical thing would be, like, if we're worried about this Ettin, the practical thing could be to kill him out here, now that we have everything back. Or, I mean, maybe he won't ever attack us. We can't have him follow us forever.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like he'll follow us back inside to his room, and then when you want to leave, then we're gonna have some kind of issue.
Yep.
I love this. I love this.
Although, to be fair, if we go back to his room with him, we also probably don't have to fight the bullets again.
That's what I'm thinking. I think that's the way we do it. We say, okay, well, we're gonna go back in with you, use him to sneak past the bullets, and then try to leave him in his room. See what happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, unless he wants to come and help us kill Yarsha.
Yeah, he doesn't know anything about that stuff.
No, he thinks he's the boss.
Yeah.
Someone's trying to do some a terrible thing, and you just love him so much you can't see that happen, and it's terrible.
No.
Mihai in the chat says, or if you guys ever have a base, you have an OP guard. I mean, we could just make this our base.
All about that base?
Yeah,
about that base?
right. Clear out the monastery and claim it.
Yeah, let's just establish a base in the Temple of Elemental Evil. That sounds awesome.
Also, there's a lich around who doesn't want you around.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, that's right. We're supposed to be
promise
leaving.
him we leave, and
Yep.
we plan, although we're probably going to do a lot of stuff here before we actually leave for good.
I mean,
Later.
it's up to you guys. You can totally piss off the lich. It's fine.
Yeah, no.
What could possibly go wrong?
I'm pretty sure it's going to involve teams of 5 zombies assaulting us every time we try and rest.
Anyway, all right. So you guys are going back inside, right?
We really need to rest now, so we're going to camp out in this room. We're going to wait for Zombie Team 6. When we take once they come up and then we flatten them, then we can go ahead. Rest while he preps the next team.
Let's pop you in.
Okay, so we're going back in.
Yeah.
We're going to bring all that food for our little friends. So the extra, assuming they didn't eat both deer, how much did these things eat?
A lot.
Probably. Yeah.
There's no deer left. If there was any remaining, they definitely ate it.
Then maybe we can tell them to stay in the room and we'll go find more deer for them.
Well, that might be a thing.
But we need to get rid of these dogs. Or we can say we're going out some other door to go get deer for them, and then we don't have to worry about the dogs. But...
Yeah, and we can actually leave through the normal monastery exit if we want.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't really anything left upstairs, at least last time we were there.
Mm-hmm. And we do have to get out those other prisoners, as he pointed out. We forgot about the prisoners that Jirth was guarding.
Yeah, there's prisoners upstairs. You're right. We'll have to free them. They probably haven't been fed in a day.
Yeah, that's right. There's no.
But that's okay. I mean, you can go a day without food.
You can.
Yeah, although we should actually check in on them at some point to make sure they get water at least.
That's true.
You can go about 6-7 days without food, and only about 2-3 days without water.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's. I don't think we have to kill the bullets because I don't think we're exiting this way. So we'll just hopefully the Ettin will still have his bullet repelling aura going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then we'll go into the Ettin's room, and then it's not you, it's me.
Is that how you're gonna do this? You really gonna do it like that?
I don't know.
Just at this point, just ask them to stay, and they can rest. They'll be more comfortable here. You're only thinking of them, and we're gonna go out and hunt more food for them. And see if it works. You gotta try.
Hypothetically, you could not actually tell him that you're leaving and just have him go to sleep, since that head hasn't slept yet.
That's true.
It's true.
He wanted to sleep before we showed up.
That's true. Norb is the one who's comfortable in here. Norb can stay awake while Brug finally has a nap.
Yeah, Brug does look sleepy.
Yeah, that. I love that. That's great.
That's right, because he's been making googly eyes at you all night.
You just have a rest now, dear.
Dear.
And I'll totally still be here when you wake up. Totally. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Unless those nasty fire guys do something about it.
Oh yeah, there could be something with that. All right. Well, yeah. So here's what's gonna happen. Brug says that he finds it really hard to sleep. Norb he sleeps easy. He's the easy sleeper. But Brug has a hard time sleeping. So he reaches out. Do you avoid him? Do you avoid him?
No.
He reaches out.
No.
I'm gonna be a goddamn teddy bear.
And he picks you up, and he lays you right up against his chest and neck. He just kind of puts you there for a second, and he hangs. He just drops his head, and his mouth opens, whatever. And he sluts his eyes, whatever. He's like,
So I'm just curled up on his chest.
Yeah, basically, you're just there, right? And when you think
sleep with his little guinea pig. Oh, it is so cute.
when you think that he is possibly completely asleep, you can decide on what to do there.
Yeah, I'll wriggle out of his grasp.
Okay. Norb looks over and sees you doing it or whatever. He's looking. He's like, I don't agree with Brug and his infatuations, but
well, word.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe he has others.
Right. Infatuations. But here's the thing: between the two of them, you would kind of think that Norb might even be the smarter one. He's a little bit more anxious, right? But he's a lot more smarter. But I'm not going to say you said the word infatuations. That was kind of like a big step there. But anyway, he does say that he doesn't agree with Brug in terms of he doesn't trust you. He tells you that directly to your face. I don't trust you.
I would never do anything to hurt Brug.
Looks over
because he's bigger than me.
He looks over and he looks at Brug and be like, really? Because I would.
All right. Well, let's just let him sleep for now.
Okay.
He's had a long night. Shh. We'll just be very quiet. We're just gonna step out of the room. But yeah, just let him sleep.
About all this when he wake up. Who knows?
If he wake up and you're not here, he will probably try to find you.
That's fine. That's fine.
And I can't stop him.
Yeah, I've noticed. He's very persuasive.
Just tell him we will be back.
Maybe while he's sleeping, you should lift a little. Do some bicep curls.
Yeah.
He takes his club and he starts lifting it up and down.
Oh God.
Like smashy motions.
Smashy.
All right. Well, that's he's not going to stop you. In fact, he even waves you off. He's like,
yeah.
He doesn't want you around. He actually doesn't like you around.
It would be this relationship couldn't work. There's too much drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
we
leave.
want to come between them.
Yeah. We quietly close the door behind us.
Okay. Click. And as soon as the door shuts, you hear one big...
Oh, God, okay.
Just keeps on going.
Who's this armored figure that's with us?
It vibrates the rocks on the floor.
Who's this?
That's Orna.
Orna.
Oh, she's coming back in with us.
Orna coming with us? Yeah, okay.
Well, you guys, she's not going to try to leave without permission because she's afraid you might kill her.
Right.
Oh, right, she's the cultist one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
Okay, now you guys left all the other NPCs that don't do any fighting outside, right?
Yeah, I think
okay,
that
good.
is the plan.
All right, so that's...
Although they might want to... I would still advise them to sort of hide out in the tunnel mouth, like, because they can close the boulder and...
Oh, I see.
I mean?
Yeah, and some amount of protection there, sure.
Use that kind of as a base for now, because it doesn't seem like that entrance is used often by, like, the inhabitants.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. So where are you guys off to?
I don't know. It looks like there's 2 self-contained rooms we haven't been to. One on the east with apparently a bunch of statues, and one on the west that looks like a big refuse pile. And then there's 2 other rooms that lead places as well that we haven't been to. So I don't know. I wonder if Orna has any idea where we might be most likely to find Yarsha.
Yeah, you can ask her.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sure we asked before.
All right. So Orna says specifically that.
Right, she hates Yarsha too.
Yeah, she does. Absolutely hates Yarsha. So Orna says, if it is as you say, and I believe you at this point, that Marlos is dead, she will probably look to secure her power here, which means any of the other priests, she's probably going to try to persuade them or kill them.
So, do we think there might be a priest in the statue room in the east?
Sorry, in the east? Oh, in the statue room. Oh, well, yes, actually. That. She says, what was his name? I can know his name in just a second. That is where Mirage spends all this time in that room crafting elementals.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, that'll be fun. Let's go do that.
He's a bit of an artist, that one. And all the ways you can possibly take that.
I think that is foreboding and scary. So, should we just take this purple path over there?
Seems fine to me. Although we should try and like listen in on the room where there had been fighting before.
Oh, good idea.
It's been a long ass time.
They can't still be fighting.
It's unlikely.
Yeah,
be some serious endurance.
Yeah, it would be some serious
this
battle.
one just directly to the west of us here.
Yeah, over here, over in this direction.
Yeah.
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 Right. So you can go and sneak up, I should say, and peek in or listen, see if there's anything going on.
Yeah.
Does Latan want to stealth up there?
Yeah.
It's fine. Just go for it.
Sure. What could possibly go wrong?
Stealth it up.
Yeah. I'm tippy-toeing, guys. Can you hear me?
Ronk, 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 ronk.
Let's roll and see what happens.
Loompa, doopla-dee-doo. Right. What do we got?
Oh, I thought for sure it was gonna hit that one.
I know. It came really
So
close.
did I. That was like, no.
That is good enough. You stealth up to that distance.
Did you guys see? Okay, stop everything, guys in chat. Did you see?
It worked.
Once. We will all remember this day. So what do we hear?
All right. So first thing you do notice is that the door is slightly ajar.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Okay.
And there is no sounds coming in from the other side.
Okay.
That means you can peek through.
Tracks
That's
coming out.
Tracks you can see.
Tracks like stuffs on the ground, dust moves.
Scorch marks from fire elementals, etc.
Yeah. No, there's definitely some amount of charring in and around the area.
They came this way. Oh. So they could be behind us somewhere, guys.
Can we see scorch marks on the ground leading anywhere?
Like, does it indicate that they came out, or?
Yeah. Okay. So the scorch marks that came out. What happened was they come out just to the bit of water there that's in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
So it comes out right in there, and they actually come out to the north passage, then stop, and to the south passage, which leads into the torture chamber. They go to that area and move around in the torture chamber a bit, and then they seem to lead back out. But they don't seem to go much farther into the area.
Okay, so they snooped around a little bit and then went back to their neck of the woods.
Okay, interesting.
Anything? So if this room is empty, I guess we can just check it to see if there's anything
You said it was ajar. Can we see in? We hear nothing. We can peer. We don't see anything.
Yeah, no, it's a jar. So it's about a 16-ounce jar, roughly 473 liter. Milliliter.
Big enough to see in then.
Yeah.
Has the seal been popped at the top?
Yeah, actually, I think only just because somebody sort of dropped it, just a touch.
Oh, the jar puns.
All right, all right. So no,
Listen,
you look in.
If this goes badly, we're gonna be in a jam.
No.
Yes, Mihail, I do. I feel like putting a big circle around the day. I stealthed. Oh my god.
Better not be a magic jar. That's all kinds of bad news.
So you peek inside.
If you want to find out what it's like when I'm the dungeon master, check out Tales from My D&D campaign.